Good morning, Lance Scott Lighthouse. So guys, my work schedule has changed. So a lot of times I do y'all's readings over the weekend and upload them as I go. But I'm working all this weekend, so we're going to do a little different. I'm going to upload a video, and I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for each major signs: earth, air, fire, and water. And then this coming week, I'm going to have a lot more time. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and all of you have asked me for a reading. I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each of you and see. I just did a reading for my daughter-in-law because I've been getting so many messages about portals and things shifting and changing, but so much of the energy coming through just feels, I don't know, they've already told me to please start doing readings, and we're still trying to get set up for that. But this past week, I had to work the other job all week long, and by the time I got home, I was so tired because it's 10 miles to work, 10 miles home, and Daniel's been dropping me off. I've been coming back, and yesterday we had to go all the way to Reno to get parts for my car. Guys, just to let y'all know, I bought this car from a friend when I first moved here, who's I no longer associate with, and we found the ball joint was going out of my car. So Daniel, over here where he lives, his landlord has a garage, and they jacked my car up. Guys, the steering arm was broke on my tires, and we live in the mountains. I mean, we're going up and down mountains all the time around here. And where Daniel's at, where he lives compared to where I live, he lives up a mountain. Guys, they said if I would have continued to drive my car, the steering arm would have broke, and I either would have went off the mountain, or I would have went into oncoming traffic, and it had apparently been rusted through for a long time, and it just finally broke. So I was sold an unsafe car, and they probably didn't know it. He thinks maybe they knew it. I'm like, I don't know. I just know that if I would have drove the car for another week, guys, I might not be here anymore. So if you have anything like last week before, I heard something funny on my car, and I told Daniel, I said, y'all need to look at my car and see what's going on. And they found that the ball joint was wore out. Then when they got it up on bricks yesterday, he called me at work, literally called me at work and said, hey, I just want you to know the steering arm's broke. If you'd have tried to drive the car, it would have broke off, and you would have had no steering. You would have lost your front left wheel, and probably either ran into traffic or went off the mountain. Guys, that was extremely scary for me, okay? So right now my car's up on bricks, or up on blocks, and they're going to be working on it. We had to go to Reno to get a part for it, and we went to one of those pick and pull places where you get the parts off. So guys, let's be really thankful that I met Daniel, because if I didn't and wouldn't have had it checked out, God knows what would have happened. But I was getting messages from my spirit guides that something wasn't quite right, and the car was feeling funny. So let's really be grateful that I met Daniel, because, we went, but like I said, we did go get the part. They're going to fix it today. So guys, that's really scary, because we haven't really had snow here in North California. And now we have, it's been just a little snow here, there, just enough ice that your tires are slick. And even though I have 4-wheel drive, if the ball joint in the steering arm, if I would have drove it any longer trying to get to and from Daniel's house, if we weren't using his car, guys, God only knows what would have happened. So I'm really grateful to still be here to do readings for you guys. And we are still trying to get set up to do readings for y'all. And I'm going to do that. But I just wanted to let y'all know that, because it really was scary for me. I actually cried, because I was like, oh my God, what if it had broke off and I was going down the mountain? Either way, some of the places where he lives, the guardrails are only a foot tall, guys. It would not have stopped me if I would have lost control of the car. If the wheel would have broke off, I would not have been able to even steer to prevent myself from falling off the mountain or going into traffic. So real scary for me, but we are getting it fixed now. So that was just, I probably should have put that on my community message, but I'm so thankful to still be here and that my car's getting fixed. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. So that being out of the way. The other thing I'm going to do for you guys is I am going to look through all my messages where everybody's commented on my readings, and I'm going to pick y'all out. I'm going to find some way of being able to describe you without using your name, and I'm going to pull a couple of cards for everybody to see what's going on. Like I said, I just did that for my daughter-in-law, and kind of really didn't tell her what she already knew, just told her what she needed to do that she wasn't wanting to do. So I'm going to kind of do some of those for y'all. Guys, look, it looks like I've got the overhead light looks like I've got, look, messages from above. Anyway, I love each and every single one of y'all. But I did want to do this little community message for y'all. I'm getting ready to upload this to my channel, and I am going to start doing things a little bit differently. Guys, my candle's doing something really weird. I can't, they don't have a turnaround button on here, so I'm just going to turn around and hope that y'all can see it. But my candle started burning funny when I started talking about that. Look at how big the flame is and how it's doing. Let me turn it around here. All right, so I just wanted to give that little community message there, guys. But yeah, I'm going to go through all my comments and find those of you that wanted readings and try to pull a couple of cards from y'all. Let me know in the comments if it's okay to use your initials or if you want me just to pull the cards for each person. I'm literally going to sit down and write out a list, and then I'll pull a couple of cards for it to give you some guidance of whatever it is you're wanting to know. And it'll just be general, so it may resonate, already have happened, be present, timing, or be in the near future what you don't know or something like that. Y'all let me know in the comments, those of you that have wanted me to do readings, that we've got to go back to my landlords because he's the one that was helping me try to set up things. And I do have a new email. I haven't used it yet because this phone is so crappy. I don't want to get out of my regular email, but I've got a new one set up for Atlanta Scott Lighthouse, so where y'all can send me messages. And I'm probably going to have to confer with some other people because, guys, I'm not a tech person, but I'm probably going to have to confer with some of my friends online that have channels and figure out how I can do readings privately for y'all. And, guys, I know one girl charges like $150 for her readings, but she's got a lot of people. I'm probably only going to charge $50 for my time and energy. I think that's fair for some, because, guys, I have been doing readings for a long, long time. And I just did one for my daughter-in-law, and she asked me a question, and I said, let me pull some cards for you. And I did like a 10-card spread. And she's like, well, yeah, that's what my instincts are telling me too. And I was like, just need to walk away from this relationship. She's having trouble walking away from someone that, the guy she started dating after my son. But anyway, I'm not going to give out no personal information about her. But yeah, she's just trying to do the right thing by my granddaughter. So I am going to pull a few cards for earth, air, fire, and water. Because I'm not going to do a full spread for them because of time limitations. But I do want to be there for you guys because I know everybody's looking for answers. And guys, I've been getting a lot of going through portals and jumping timelines, and all is based on the decisions that you make. So, guys, spend a little more time thinking carefully about what you want to create in your life, what energies you want around you, how you want to use your gifts. And I'm still picking up energies of latent gifts coming to the forefront. And they keep telling me a lot of remote viewing and a lot of psychic mediumship. And I too have actually been picking up on more spirit energy running around me. Like I did one reading the other day, and I literally saw an energy wave go by. But I'm not seeing like people of the dead or anything, but I know those energies are around me. So maybe some of mine, because I have seen, Will came and talked to me after he passed away. My son, Jonathan, his dad, came quite a few times when he first passed away. And the last time I talked to him, he actually felt like he was coming downstairs, like he had elevated even more. So I guess on the other side, you can become more spiritual, or maybe more of a bigger guide, or maybe even become an angel. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But at some point in time, I think, because one time, for those of you that have been following me for a while, there was one time I did a reading, and they literally told me somebody had passed away, got up to angel status, and became an angel, and then decided to come back to earth to help in some kind of way. So some of you may be having that kind of energy where in your background of your higher self, you at one time passed away and became a higher spiritual being, and then came back on the earth plane to do more work and to share your gifts. And some of you, depending on the choices you've made, those may not have come to the forefront till you're later in life. I know a lot of my gifts came through the past couple of years, or maybe I'm just paying more attention to them than I did before, because I was always wanting to help other people, and I wasn't so focused on my own spiritual growth. But since I've had my spiritual awakening, and apparently you go through a spiritual awakening, but it's not the only one, that as you go through life, you experience more of those, and you become more, depending on what choices that you make. So guys, keep that in mind. I think that's good to know, because every day is a day to be a better person. Every day is a day to be more spiritual. Every day is a day to decide, oh, I'm not going to do this, whatever stupid habit that I have. I'm going to be more balanced. I'm going to make better choices for myself. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to, have a better schedule. You never know what opportunities and doors open up when you listen to your angels and your spirit guides and decide to do the right thing for yourself, because they're always there to help us. And I know this to be true because I have had this new spirit guide come in, and she's very subtle. And even somebody else even reached out to me and said, oh, wow, one of my spirit guides is named Glory too. So Ella Chalice, thank you very much. Love you to death, girl. So guys, I am going to do that. But this morning, I'm just going to do a little general thing for, I think I'm going to start off with the earth signs, pull a couple of cards, fire signs, and get that up to you guys. And because time's just not permitting right now, since me and Daniel got together, time has speeded up like you would not believe. And I also know me and him have some work to do, because he does have, he's clairaudient way more than I am. I mean, he'll be sitting there and he'll go, somebody down the road, they're arguing, because I can hear them. They're arguing with somebody, and he'll hear different voices, different people arguing about different things. And he's like, he don't even know how to turn it off. And my daughter-in-law is the same way. Her clairaudience works the same way. She'll hear arguments. She'll hear in the apartment complex. She'll hear somebody in the very up front in their home, and she'll be like, I really don't want to hear this. So guys, I'm going to have to do some research on that and see for any of you others that are going through that, or maybe we can do some research together, because I don't know everything, and I'll be the first one to admit that. So guys, that's just my little morning message here for you. Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, be a light in the darkness. You never know when you're going to be called to help. Me and Daniel have had a couple of instances where we've literally stopped on the road. We helped a guy and his dog one day. The guy had literally fallen off the mountain and climbed back up. I stopped traffic. We saved his dog. We had another one the other day where somebody else they were going too fast through on Highway 70, and their front tire, the lug nut sheared off. The guy sitting on the side of the road with his car, his tires laying flat on the ground because the thing sheared off, and we stopped to help. So guys, you never know when you're going to be called into service or when somebody needs your help. And the guy's like, I got A1. Oh, there goes my ear. He goes, they're telling me to wrap it up. Guys, you just never know. As long as you feel safe to do so. Anytime you feel like you need to stop and help someone, if you can do it safely, do it. You never know who you're going to meet or how it's going to change your life or change theirs. Okay? So that's just my little community message this morning. Guys, I love each and every one of you. And let me start here with the earth, air, fire, and water, and pull a couple of cards for each one and see what kind of messages come through. I'll see y'all over there.